roster and a roster that spent most of your time competing in North America, it's always going to be challenging to come against them. But one thing that this Complexity roster prides themselves on is having a deep map pool, having those options. So we are going to start here on Overpass. We're then going to head to Dust 2 from the Virtus.pro pick, and Infernal will be our decider. Dust 2 in particular, I think that's a tough draw for Complexity, but it all starts here to define the pace. This is a Complexity team that's had some fits, had some rough starts, haven't always looked their most polished self, and against Virtus.pro, we know you just can't make too many of those mistakes or they are going to punish.
Well, it's a T-sided start for Complexity Gaming, a chance to set the pace early for the North American squad. As Bomb will stay postured lower towards B. Buster in close. He's contesting this space at water, and he's bitten off a bit more than he can chew. So a free opener for Complexity. Do they want to just take this one fast towards B? Looks like it. Already re-clearing that space in towards water. Flit will be forced on back, and Virtus.pro conceding at least towards the back lines. It's 3 players down into the pit, and it's Floppy to take the first. Now Fang on the fight on 4, but the support is massive. It's Grim diving, and Flit only manages to trade for 1. It was a brawl on the site. They were a little earlier in the event. Now they're starting to get warmed on up into things, and look hot. Early in this one, it's a strong buy for VP. Just Jane holding on to the MAC 10.
The 1x bet odds really tell the story there, which is that for Complexity, it's important to get these early conditions going well.
Yeah.
Because this is Virtus.pro. Everything is going to be tough here. Yekindar is going to go one and done, though. Trades out JT. And that doesn't mean that Fang has a lot of control out towards long. And without the op in James' hands just yet, their ability to contest long is somewhat limited with the SMG on the field.
Flit will try and reply with a little bit of spam damage back on through, but nothing doing, nothing contesting till now. Flit takes 1 for free. That's Fang to fall now. Options start to get a little limited for Cole, because James has closed the gap and plays just on the other side of the smoke towards bathrooms. Still a minute though. Cut noise. You can re-exec this if you're Complexity utility to do so. Is that the call for James to go forward? Was just a flash, he wanted to check. Doesn't commit to the duel. Should be at least good for 1 here, but Floppy, ooh, too tight in. James was not prepared. Flit's given away his position, so has to retreat back onto the site. Time is still here for Cole, but they're going for it, and Grim dies off the entry. Flit holds close, doubles down onto it. Junior, last man up, and he knows where Buster is. The other man is flanking. Junior has to go quickly in this one, and he's just not fast enough.
Virtus.pro is upsetting them with some pace. They don't
That's true.
tend to get caught off guard that often, but if you hit fast enough, sometimes you can coax them into the save early. And for that, the rifles might be better suited. Jane does tick that Molotov, so there's an audio cue that somebody was up on the steps, and he'll have to back away and give up the position.
Still, it's an interesting priority shift versus that game against Heat. They were constantly trying to get Junior onto his T-sided op, making it a priority, especially in that Ancient match. But it makes sense against VP.
Grim keeps getting tagged by panel spam. It's getting unlucko.
Yeah.
Not catastrophic this time, and he did actually return some, so maybe a chance. But look at this positioning. Yekindar again deep towards long, but this time a player's maybe coming out dry in the bathrooms. Fang, is he going to catch the flank?
He should do.
Does Yekindar react? No, he's backing away.
Not a commitment.
Does he call it that's clear now? His team's not grouping with him, so it won't matter, but Yekindar can maybe get fast on the flank now.
He can get behind Fang now. Counter rotation, he might even be able to catch the T on the stairs.
Just
timing eludes him. Yakinder now has information. This should call for the stack towards B, and indeed, it is to come. They execute soon, but Jane posted. AWP on the line. The Flames take care of JT. Now Kicker in close. The support is from the back, and nothing doing just yet for Complexity. Even just to spam straight away. At Kicker's feet lies the bomb, and there's just been no reply. They can't even find a single millimeter of space. Junior just has to wait on the fate of the smoke, and even that, unsuccessful.
Again, I'm curious if he holds further back now that he's got the AUG, or if we see him maneuvering again. Doesn't seem like, for the moment, he's going to be slowed down much, and no, he will go forward.
Cole does still want to fight for this space, but Yakindar is in so deep. He'll hold on this off angle, and does Cole want to test it? They've left one player in the playground, but everyone else retreating.
And now he's just zoned out this entire side of the map, right?
Yeah.
He's got so much vision. He sees these flashes coming over. He just knows no one's behind it.
And again, look at the reply. You have someone out towards the connector. So Flick can just leave. He can head again towards this lower site. This is almost the exact same situation we saw earlier. This time, Cole, you can only hope they've changed up their execute, but early indications are rough. Buster finds one retreat, not available. Grim finds a trade, but it's Kicker. His position in the pit could be crucial, and now it has to be, but it's Grim entering with a triple and even fighting forward for more. VP, do they even want to go for this? It's James. AWP in hand. Surely it's a save.
This is going to be a save. Brilliant Grim entries there. I actually thought the setup for Virtus.pro was quite good. Buster obviously repositioning at an awkward time. Gets caught with util in hand, jumping over the railing to try and get in towards water. But still, snappy shooting from Grim. It's those kind of moments that you need if you're a team like Complexity to maybe shock you out of this early round slide. And Grim delivers. Brings a bit of the star power they're hoping to get out of many of these young players. And gets Complexity at least the third on the board. Still plenty of money to reinvest, and obviously Virtus.pro likely saving these two guns through, certainly saving these two guns through. We'll view this as just a minor stumbling block.
It's a young team overall for Complexity. Lots of the NA talent that we've seen around the block. 21 additions ready for this B play. Yakinder will still apply the pressure towards that upper site, keep Complexity at bay, and try and funnel them into this AWP.
I think he was literally holding for the quad boost to see if it would come through from the other side for a moment. They didn't do it, but it's not a bad gamble early on, and obviously plenty of time.
again.
And they're going fast. They're going fast, so he's here. JT gets the opener again, but this time the response comes swiftly. Dancing around the pillar, Buster's claimed.
James in trouble.
Now 3-on-3 on the site.
No James time here. He has to commit to the duels, really, but it's a 3 versus 3. His positioning is massive, and Flick's there to aid. Now it has to be the off. Shot misses. Fangs opened it up. Yakindar not in a position to win this. It's a 1v3 though. Damage done. Not sure how much of that is confirmed or not. He'll at least give it a poke. Try and find another frag on the retreat. Fang just below. But he doesn't know. The information lacking. The fall away. Another round conceded here. Complexity abusing that B-bomb site.
Third round in a row. Third round in a row for Complexity to get their entries there. And I mean, uncharacteristic misses, right? Flit and Jame both with an opportunity to punish the player. Fang swinging around, and he gets away with the kills. 3 kills, 9 and 5 already. Just shy of a kill around. He's heating up. And he is a player, we were talking about it last night, he's something of a win condition for Complexity.
Better position to aid in the fight this time. He'll be in the backside. And he has teammates in close, just the pistols, but there's the swing. Yakindar, he finds a double, and Kicker has been here the whole time. He's held off Monster with a mag 7, not even to be contested. So now Cole, they're in a position, 2 men down, lacking space. Flit wins it with a USP. Obscene, but Grim. The timing, there's a man just on the other side of the smoke, and now Grim's shown it.
He's trying to bait a player coming down the steps, right, is what he's really trying to find, but he's going to run out of room here. And the question is, can James catch him with the CZ off guard?
This is a round.
Yes, he can.
James might have just closed it. Junior only has this AWP. It's a 1 versus 5. This has all gone wrong. An eco going in. Junior shows his position. It's pistols. You hunt these. If you're Virtus.pro, you don't get that up onto a save, and Junior realizes it. He'll throw it off the map.
I love that detail. He knows James wants it. You can't have it if I can't have it. Throw it away. Now he's going to try and get it done with the Tech 9. Might even better serve him in these faster movements. Made some steps here, so he's been heard. And Yakindar.
Also, Complexity have looked so much better on their T sides.
True.
Consistently throughout this event. And sure, we haven't I don't think we've seen their overpass yet, at least in this tournament. So, could be incorrect on that one. But it's tough to put all your faith, all your eggs into that one basket if you're Complexity. Another round here, 6 could go a long way, and that's the start. JT takes down Yakindar. Now space starting to open up towards A. Still, 2 players anchoring back here, one of which is James, but he'll concede the line for now. Flit fighting forward. Plays on Optimus, trying to spray. They've revealed him. So now the fight, it has to be forced. That's one. Trades instantaneous. And James not in a position to help. Coming out on top for the T's. Cuts it down just to 1.
Oh, it's a bomb.
But James is still there. And he's found the bomb. Now recovered onto a rifle for the 1 versus 1. And he's wrapping back around.
It dropped all the way down the stairs as well.
Junior has to fight this. He has a flash. He has a smoke. But James has the angle. Hits a shot. Not the finish. James needs this. He's trying to find the swing. It's desperation. But the onus, it's fully on Junior, and the nade might just finish it. At least it forces Junior forward more. But the wrap, Junior's not ready for this. The timing, it could elude him. James coming all the way back around, but Junior's made it out. He'll tuck his way in towards his site. And now the information game, well, it's to the favor of the American Jame. Could cut the rotation off the dice box. Now both players know the opponent's position, and Jame, the health advantage, the jump up, and the finish. Jame will clutch, and it's Jame. You don't even...
Back when the smoke fades.
Yeah, might just be. They want to re-clear at least some more space because, again, Yakindar has worked his way in. He's found this information. It'll call for the rotation. Jame is heading lower. This is telegraphed, but the hit's coming. Kicker, Molly, not burning him. He has a gap. He might just have a fight, but the blind's perfection out of Floppy on the shot. And Flit cannot get it done. It's Floppy for 2. Now, Buster has to be the man to hold. He has some safety, but the flank comes through expediently from Junior. So, Jame, the wallbang not happening. So, bomb committed down, and it falls to this retake. Some util still, and a fast hit in. Jame has found Grim, isolated in the pit, and Fang's on 1 HP. Now this gets awkward because Fang has fallen, and Yakindar has forced so much space forward. He's still wary of someone in close, but instead it's a crossfire. JT on the pillar to find one, but he's low, and Jame has the CZ. His teammate smoked off, and JT down. It's Junior, but he has a molly. He could end it with just the piece of utility. Jame will try desperately to finish, and sure, there's an op, but there's no connect.
He clearly prepped for that pistol round. Now they got the SMGs out, 3 of them to be exact. We still haven't asked them about the MP5. Curious about that. But Fang's going to get aggressive in the playground, and aggressively he's going to die. Drop straight into it. Just winning dry, no flash, no nothing. Just wanted to see if he could get the space, and Yakindar was waiting for him every day of the week. He was ready. Hiding behind the slide, ready to just go whee all the way down.
Slide his way into what could be a victory here on the lesser buy of Virtus.pro. Some good space re-cleared, though. Grim will soon be able to tell that Long is, in fact, looking clear. But that could be a bit of misinformation because VP does intend to head their way towards this upper site. JT, though, well-timed on the push-up. The shot's not connecting. 1 HP. He'll limp back on away, and now Junior reestablishing the line towards Long. It's Buster in close, and Buster takes him down. So now this is even more awkward. Grim needs something more, but it's only 1. So now we truly have to see, does the flop stop? Because it's a 1v3. And it's a first. But he has so little information. There's a man who's already wrapped close coming towards that A site, and the bomb will just wait. There's plenty of time here for Virtus.pro.
I like the
Floppy
talk.
will wait. He just holds for the rotation.
I do like the talk. He has no information to operate off of, so wait until they give you something. Even just a bomb plant to tip you off. Kickert coming up from the other site. Has called that this is clear, so Yakindar should be able to get the bomb down. So obviously wary of getting timinged here. Oh, nearly did.
No.
Nearly did. Floppy's seen him. Information given over now. He'll start to wrap. But he's still got 2 players to contend with, and Yakindar's giving him the slip. They both have now.
Yeah, and look at the utility available for the post plant. Flash for the re-clear Molly as well, but Floppy, he has a smoke. We know he likes to stick these, and he'll now start to apply that pressure. Tap. That's all it will be, trying to draw out a push. Kicker not committing to it, but the wall bang will shut him down. No escape. Yakindar now the sole man, the spam straight through the smoke. He's got the...
That's a bit of a shaky smoke, but Yakindar's still going to be able to carry forward.
Fang wants to fight for this, but it'll be Grim instead with the opportunity. Flit shuts down so much the attention to Yakindar that we're forgetting what a performance this guy has found. 17-11 thus far, early days still within this second half. But Junior has an op. It's yet to be revealed, and he's holding the right line, but the utility, it's too good. Junior forced away off the smoke, and now a reset for VP. Minute 20 still on the clock. Man advantage. Options abound.
Come out connector here. Pressure's going to be onto those B-side players. What can they do with it? My question as well is how quickly can Junior get into position? He's already setting himself up to be able to pull the quick rotate, but right now it looks like he's info jumping. And it's information that he won't find. Virtus.pro, plenty of seconds still to bleed off the clock, to whittle down to a finely edged point. And now they're going to come on in. Floppy will be the point person. Player already outside a monster. Oh, he's seen a shadow. Something's tipped him off. Now the swing in, the flashbang for it, but he's counter flash. Kicker timing that beautifully. Molotov in to make JT uncomfortable, and the B site is under threat.
But again, VP, they've had so much time. Now they have an even bigger advantage. So they stall for a moment, wait for the fade on the smoke. Kickert has walked out. He has flash for support, and he's already in quite deep. What a shot. 1 HP. It's no matter when you adjust like that. And for the 2 remaining players of Complexity, do you even want this fight? The time is low enough that it could still be over, and Fang's found a double. But the last frag to elude him, Yik isolates those players off with utility, and things fall apart again. Fang will have to hold, but the mollies keep him away. No tag onto him, so his position not necessarily known. In a reswing a possibility, but Yekindar again just has the better gun, has the swift aim, and is able to take down Fang. So Junior, the onus feels like it's on him. He's in a forward position. He's alone, isolated in this one, but his teammates are coming, and it's a knife out. Yekindar, he will not survive. But the bomb was never a part of that re-rotation. It is still up over towards A, and it's baited floppy back in towards Kickert. But it's a trade, 1 for 1. And JT has good information here, but now it's awkward. Buster's just on the other side. He's been heard. But Junior's waiting, discipline. Thinks there could be more than one. It's good info. And the timing, it's not right. Buster takes his head off. The swing wasn't quite there. And now Complexity, all their forward positioning, it's been lost. And Flit fights for even more. Grim in the clutch. A 1 versus 3 requisite of this man to keep his team alive on their pick. And he's gambled on what could be the wrong horse. Bomb's not here. Grim re-rotates down below. He has no information. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know where to fight. He doesn't even seem to have a chance at a 1 versus 1, but Buster's given it.
And that this team can really make something magic happen when they need to. And I think the more time that they get together, the more time they get to coordinate, the better it's going to look. Obviously, you know, Junior still has firepower, but OC was a huge piece of this team, not just in terms of the raw firepower, but also in terms of the information he's providing, what he gives to the team. In that regard, Grim as well needs to work into that system. So I think that more time, more better, and we have seen this Complexity roster improve, but being able to take Dust 2 against Virtus.pro here would certainly bolster your confidence as we head into IEM Katowice.
And what a better time to improve than right here, right now, if you're Complexity. It's aggression, straight up through mid. Grim spots out Kickert, and it's a free opener. Can they get away, though? That's the question. Fang was continuing the pressure over towards the lower ton, so Junior escapes, so too does Grim. It's a great way to get started, but what's the reply from VP? They have their space still in the tons, and they have James to work a re-clear in mid.
These pistol rounds have been brilliant for Complexity. Right? They've done a lot of aggressive plays in the pistol rounds to isolate a fight, isolate a kill, give yourself some sort of an advantage early on. And we've seen it again here on Dust 2. So they end up in the 5v4 right off the rip. And now it's even better. That drops the utility for Virtus.pro as well. That's a problem here. The utility's up on the Xbox. Presumably one nade can be retrieved, but they're going to do some work beforehand. And Flit will go about putting in that labor. He's found a Molotov. That's all they've got to work with now from the util spot. And admittedly, with Junior and Goose, the molly wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if he deployed it correctly.
Wouldn't be a bad one at all. Rotation is still being a little bit cut off here in mid, and you're right, the molly's there, the spread. Junior's burning, has to swing, but somehow he's made it into the site and is still alive, 14 HP. Jame will eventually finish him, but still, remember Buster out towards mid. The hunt is on for him. Floppy whips it around with a 180, finds a shot. Still, it's a post plant for VP.
Bump down, at least some money going forward at a minimum, and now Flit to hold the line. Never mind. Both players deleted. Defuse on Complexity will take through that pistol round. Fang, a little bit of giggles. Thought the man might be just stuck out in the cold there. But it's all right. And that's a tag early on, so they know the ops on the field, and JT bears the brunt of the damage.
Good start for the side of VP. Already good presence towards the lower tons to try and deny any aggression, but Kickert was not quite ready for Grim. So Grim opens things up cleanly. Complexity have another 5v4 to play around. What's the reply out of VP? Previously, it was again to pressure this mid-control. Something that JT has early days done well to deny, and now he has even more support. Fang is here, and he looks to toy around with this smoke. Make sure no one's getting aggressive on that Xbox. And if the timing's wrong, Yekindar could be in trouble, but no. Fang falls away. It's a reflash in, though, just for a peek.
Well, they're trying to find that pick, right? They were hoping someone was closed doors, something that they can bring back the numbers with. Yekindar, aggressive to find it. Wants to open something up for his team. But it's not going to happen. It'll elude him, at least for the moment. They won't give him the threat. Instead, he's going to try and make some noise out catwalk, maybe draw a rotation, maybe draw presence. But the problem is the bulk of this CT defense is still positioned, focused on the tunnels. And a timely Molotov will slow down this take for Virtus.pro at the very least. As soon as Floppy pops up, he's going to realize what's happening. And he doesn't even need to see. He can get it off the lineup. The flashbang doesn't matter. He's doing the damage. Flit connects, but they're running out of time. They're running out of clock here, and it's all on to Flit. And there's so much more work to do. He's going to have to back away, save the AWP, and try and beat a hasty retreat to keep this gun alive.
He's being hunted, though. And in the close corner sits Grim. Should be able to hear these footsteps. He's waiting till after time. Wants the full punish on this one. I think Flit didn't actually die before the timer ticked on down.
Nope, immediately slide in towards long, and with that, press towards the side. It works out well. Heavy emphasis on the long fight here, but a player in pit cannot get there. No safe haven. Flashes galore, but Yekindar wants to go forward into it. He's losing teammates, but he's gotten past them. It's a bit awkward. Fang dropped an advantage. Virtus.pro.
3-2 now. Junior still holds himself on this line, but he's alone at the car, and utility, it's only a molly to work with. Pressing forward is Junior. Jame on the other side, and the feet they show.
Tricky to sneak feet past Jame. Always ready for him. JT with that op. Secondary op. But can he be the primary force in this round for Complexity? Because right now, he's the only force. That's all they got. Do you believe?
Not quite.
Yeah, I believe he's mostly probably going to try and save this gun.
If he gets another kill, that's great. Deal some damage onto that VP eco, but even that wouldn't find him too much. Better off in just trying to hold this weapon. He is backstabbing, though. Oh. If VP keeps stalling, there's a chance he gets something weird going on here. But look at Jame.
Nah, he's just coming back.
Yeah, posted on the angle. No commitment.
See, I think Kicker kind of looks like Dinko.
You reckon?
There's a bit of it. Hold on, pull up his cam. Yeah, look at that.
It does.
There's some resemblance. It might be the haircut.
Dinko. JT's dead. Whoa. Survives for a moment. Dinko will
Dinko gets the kill. It's not an encouraging sign for Complexity because it means some of the other firepowers may be gone missing. There we go. Junior getting a bit more dynamic, but he's only going to get the one. At least it takes Flit out of the round, but it's a flitting moment. The Junior's immediately punished back the other way. James sliding under the crosshair of JT. What a shot there from James. So savvy in his angles. Now pressure's going to be on towards the B-side player. That's Floppy, and he's already done. Yekindar can just hold the line here and punish, and Grim has no hope of taking this one. At least he can make sure Yekindar cannot just chase with nothing coming back the other way. But this one looks like it's done, and frankly, Kicker hunting up long might still find this last gun.
And you can wrap back tunnels, have someone to pinch this one on off. Grim is in trouble in this one. At least he gets a special delivery. An AK-47 courtesy of Yekindar. But the entries from that man, ridiculous. In that round, trade onto Junior, instantaneous, only the head was showing. And then you immediately take that with pace. Run your way up through mid, fight for more frags, complete. But the push hasn't come through yet. It's the right read that something could be going on in this area of the map. And the nade does good damage. Flit chipped down to just 44 HP.
Spot. Jame not going to connect that time. Just a pixel of an angle. Tough to hit here. And time is whittling off the clock. 50 seconds, right? And Virtus.pro, they have tunnels control. But not a lot of other information. Nothing long. They're just now starting to establish some presence catwalk. And it does seem like that might be the way this round ends.
Seems to be. And Jame is still holding the cross. Fang is in close, so you can try and backstab this one if the play develops towards the catwalk, but now he's mollied. Will be unable to help his teammates, and Jame is still holding this cross. Grim flash misses, but so too does the shot. A sight, though. It's been taken. Yekindar working through on this entry. Still, there's a risk factor. Down below in the CT spawn, it's Grim. Fang to support him, but the plant's coming through. It's for the catwalk, but Cole, honestly, well established. They have players in long. They still have players down below, but it's a matter of this re-clear in mid. Kickert is holding that space. And Yekindar is contesting out towards long. Floppy will walk up, and Jane will be forced off the angle. So Floppy opens, but the trades, they're excellent. Buster and Flit both coming alive, and the long play completely denied. JT, the final piece to fall. 10 rounds for VP.
Here, Complexity, now would be the time to do it.
And
Say
Flit,
Lightning doesn't strike twice, but I believe.
well, Flit, he's trying to create a storm of his own. Aggressive out towards mid. Yekindar as well.
Look at those odds.
Those odds. That is some of the worst odds I have seen. 1.01.
Is that
bet on VP.
I mean, that's the series, right? Not just the map, I'd assume.
I think that's the
'Cause,
series.
My goodness, people do not have the DNA opium.
Yekindar, though.
Okay, JT
He's
setting up a
looking
smoke.
to get the hopium straight on out of here. Flit has a double. It's 3. He'll just tap away. Execution in public, in daylight. There's not a care in the world for this VP squad. Junior has absolutely zero chance. As the breath just gets...
Virtus.pro. Junior's got the AWP here, though. They've invested into it. They made it a point of pride, a point of emphasis, and he needs to get something out of the gun this time. Fang and Grim will get nothing. Burned and shot alive. They're done. They're out. And Kicker's looking to make this even worse. JT at least able to respond here on the weaker rifle of the FAMAS, but he is low, and the advantage is still firmly in favor of Virtus.pro.
Jame taking a bit more risk than usual, poking with the USP, but he doesn't overcommit to it. Flash to buy time. Yekindar is the man to anchor, and he's been fantastic all day long. Floppy will swing. Yekindar will spray. It's labored. Finds it eventually. Junior does trade out, but Flit is here, and JT finds him. The low HP not proving to be an issue, and now the molly to force Jame on back, so it falls to a retake. And an op available. You can toss that over to JT, or Junior can stick with it. No Bogdan's Law here. He wants the duel instead. Will push up towards the catwalk, but he's not ready. A man not there, so the timing could become an issue, but it won't. He fords the river, makes the cross, and now Jame only sees one, but Buster's taking it down. Junior's position now could prove critical because he's found a freebie, and now it falls to Buster on the cross, the only piece of utility used, and Junior holds the line. Good. To force this setup to retreat. Only the long control right now for Cole. They have utility, though, to make this cross. Junior can hold at range with the scout. You have Galil's. Close the gap. It's good. Flit. Does he want to go through this? There's a flash forward. He'll run in. He'll line up. It's only one. Now Kicker, the pressure's on this man. A gap for his teammate to work around, and Kicker fragging, but Floppy quick to work back in. Now sight that secure, sure. And the bomb's made it across, but the pressure is still applied. VP, they're holding in close. Yekindar. Oh, almost gets away, but Junior shuts it down, so now look at the money. It's rough again, and Buster needs a frag towards long. He's found it, so a 2 versus 2. Even the passive Jame might be baited in for this one. Buster, the onus is truly on him. He has the power position in this round, and Fang will hold for it. Rotation back towards the catwalk, and the timing, it's right. Buster takes a freebie, but does he know about Fang? On the site, close, he's spotted! It's Buster for all 3. It's another retake for VP.
Huge round from Buster. He's been content to sort of settle back in. Not going to find it. Leads in towards long. Heavy utility coming through here from the Virtus.pro side. They want to establish this space, and Flit actually gets caught out by the blue box, but the pit player distracted. Kicker gets 2. It's an even exchange, but still it's not the worst thing in the world for Virtus.pro, and they've still got Jame towards the site. They might just want to make some noise.
Noise is one thing. Holding on another. But James found himself in the right position. Another flash. The swing, and he's so prepared. Junior is bested, and it's another for James. He's just picking away at range, and Floppy's left, but